It seems like everyone's talking about AI changing the way we work these days.
Yeah, definitely a lot of buzz out there.
But is it all hype or is something real happening?
Well, that's what we're here to find out. Right.
Exactly. We're going to
Right.
take a deep dive into this article called How AI is Transforming the Workforce to see, what's what.
Cut through the noise.
Yeah. Are robots really coming for our jobs
Or there's more to it.
Yeah. Is it more nuanced than that?
Yeah. The article jumps right in and shows how AI is already impacting things.
Oh, really?
In industries like mining and healthcare even.
Okay, so not just
Not just replacing people.
yeah, replacing people in factories or whatever.
Right, exactly. It's actually changing the types of work people do.
Okay, so what does that actually look like?
Okay, well, think about a mine.
Okay.
Super dangerous, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Now imagine robots doing the riskiest jobs.
Oh, wow.
The stuff that's really dangerous for humans.
To keep people safe.
Exactly. That's happening right now because of AI.
That's amazing.
And then, in healthcare,
Healthcare's a big one that people talk about.
right. AI isn't replacing doctors or nurses,
Right.
but it's helping them
To do their jobs better.
do their jobs better, diagnose things earlier,
Wow.
and make healthcare more accurate.
So it's like AI is working with people,
Yeah.
not necessarily taking their jobs,
It's more like
augmenting,
human capability.
instead of just replacing them altogether.
Exactly. And the article really emphasizes this idea
How does it?
that AI is actually making us more productive
Oh, interesting.
and driving a ton of innovation.
In ways we haven't seen before.
Way more than we expected.
Wow. So give me an example.
Okay, so process automation, all those tedious tasks,
Data entry.
data entry scheduling, all that
Oh
stuff.
my gosh.
AI can handle all that,
Really?
which frees up humans
To do what?
to do more strategic stuff,
More interesting stuff.
creative work, the things that actually need a human brain.
Yeah. Instead of just spending all day,
Yeah, just mindless tasks.
mindlessly clicking.
Exactly. Robots are better at that anyway.
That makes a lot of sense.
Right.
But I do wonder about the people whose jobs are those repetitive tasks.
Uh-huh.
What happens to them?
Yeah, I mean, that's the big question everyone's asking.
Right.
And the article acknowledges that some jobs will definitely be automated.
That makes sense.
But it's important to remember that technology has always disrupted jobs.
What do you mean?
Well, think about the printing press.
Yeah. Okay.
That put a lot of scribes out of work.
Yeah, that's true.
But then new jobs emerged.
Because of the printing press.
Exactly. And the same thing is happening with AI.
Really?
The article highlights how AI is creating totally new types of jobs.
That didn't exist before.
That didn't even exist a few years ago.
What? Give me some examples. I'm curious.
Okay, so who's going to make sure all these AI systems are actually working?
Oh, right. Someone has to manage the robot.
Exactly. That's where AI maintenance specialists come in.
Oh, interesting.
And with all this data floating around, we need people to make sure it's being used ethically.
Data privacy officers.
Yeah, data privacy is huge.
I can see that being a big job.
And we're even seeing AI trainers, people who teach AI systems how to do stuff.
So it's like training a dog, but for a robot?
Kinda, yeah, except way more complex.
That's wild.
It's a whole new world.
So if you're worried about robots taking your job,
You should be looking into these areas.
these new AI jobs.
Yeah, the demand for skills like data science, machine learning, cybersecurity, it's exploding.
So those are good skills to have.
The article basically says if you want a future-proof career,
Learn those things.
that's where it's at.
Okay, so it's not all doom and gloom.
Right. It's not like the Terminator movies.
There's actually a lot of opportunity in this AI revolution.
Exactly. A whole new world of opportunity.
But I imagine there are challenges too, right?
Of course, there are always challenges.
Like what?
One of the biggest is the skills mismatch.
Skills mismatch. What's
Yeah.
that?
It's like this AI is changing the job market so fast.
Uh-huh.
It's like the market got a software update,
Uh-huh.
but our skills are the old software.
We need to update our skills.
Exactly. We need an upgrade to stay compatible with the new AI-powered world.
I get it. So the skills mismatch is the gap between what we know now.
And what we need to know for these new AI jobs.
So how do we bridge that gap?
That's the million-dollar question.
Do we all need to go back to school?
Not necessarily.
Oh, good.
The article talks about the importance of continuous learning.
Oh, okay.
Always be upskilling.
It's like online courses.
Yeah, online courses, boot camps,
Yeah.
workshops, things like that.
Even stuff offered by your employer.
Exactly. It's about staying adaptable.
Always learning new things.
Yeah, constantly adding to your skill set.
So instead of being afraid of AI,
We should see it as a chance to learn and grow.
embrace the change.
Exactly. AI is here to stay.
So we might as well learn to work with it.
And it's not just on individuals to figure this out. The article stresses that we need everyone to work together.
Companies, governments, schools.
Everyone needs to be involved to provide resources and support.
So people can thrive in this AI world.
Exactly. It's a collective effort,
That makes sense. We need a system where everyone benefits.
not just a select few.
Right.
Everyone.
Okay, so we've talked about how AI is changing work within certain industries
Right.
and the need for us to adapt and learn new skills.
To stay ahead of the curve.
But what about AI's impact on a global scale?
That's a great question.
Is it changing the way we work together across borders?
That's a whole other can of worms.
And a fascinating one.
It really is. AI is breaking down barriers and connecting people in ways we never thought possible.
So it's like globalization on hyperdrive.
Something like that.
I'm really curious to hear more about this.
Well, let's dive into that after a quick break.
Sounds good. So before the break, we were talking about upskilling.
Right. How we all need to adapt.
It's like the future of work just got fast-forwarded.
Yeah, the pace of change is crazy.
But you were saying AI isn't just changing what we do,
Right.
it's also changing where we do it.
Exactly. Work is becoming less tied to a specific location.
So like remote work, but even more global.
More global, more connected.
Okay, I'm listening.
So imagine you're working on a project,
Uh,
but your team is spread out all over the world.
like some people in Europe, some in Asia.
Exactly. But you're collaborating as if you were all in the same room.
Wait, how is that even possible?
AI is making it happen.
Oh, really?
AI-powered tools are making it so much easier to work together across time zones and distances.
So no more late night conference calls because someone is on the other side of the world?
Well, those might still happen sometimes.
Yeah, that's fair.
But AI can help a lot with scheduling and communication.
So what kind of tools are we talking about?
Think about virtual meetings, but supercharged.
Okay, I'm picturing like holograms and stuff.
Not quite holograms,
Okay.
but AI is powering real-time collaboration tools.
So we can work on documents together even if we're miles apart.
Yeah, exactly. And project management tools that keep everyone on track.
That's cool.
And one of the coolest things,
What's that?
AI can handle real-time translation.
Whoa. So I could be talking to someone in Japan
Right.
and they'd hear me in Japanese.
And you'd hear them in English.
That's amazing. It's like something out of Star Trek.
It's getting pretty close.
So language barriers are no longer a problem.
They're becoming less of a problem for sure.
That's incredible. It opens up so many possibilities.
Right. Companies can hire the best talent from anywhere in the world.
Without being limited by location.
Exactly. It's a global talent pool.
But managing a global team must be challenging.
It definitely has its own unique challenges.
Like different work cultures, time zones, communication styles.
all of that.
How do you even navigate all that?
Well, AI can actually help with some of those things too.
Really?
For example, AI-powered scheduling tools.
So you don't have to figure out meeting times across a million time zones.
Exactly. AI can find a time that works for everyone.
That would save so much time and hassle.
And some AI tools can analyze communication patterns.
To see how different cultures communicate.
Exactly. And then suggest ways to bridge those gaps.
So it's like having a virtual cultural ambassador.
Kind of, yeah. It can help teams communicate more effectively.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
It seems like AI is not just connecting us globally,
Right.
but it's also helping us understand and work better with people from different cultures.
I think that's one of the most exciting aspects of AI.
It has the potential to bring people together.
And break down barriers.
But let's be real for a second.
Okay.
There are downsides to all this too, right?
Of course, every new technology has its pros and cons.
I mean, some people are afraid that AI will make their jobs obsolete.
Yeah, that's a valid concern.
And with companies able to hire from anywhere in the world,
Right.
doesn't that make competition for jobs even fiercer?
Those are legitimate concerns, and the article doesn't shy away from them.
So what does it say?
It emphasizes that AI is a tool.
Okay.
And like any tool, it can be used for good or bad.
It depends how we use it.
Exactly. We have to be intentional about how we develop and implement AI.
So we need to be careful.
Careful and thoughtful.
Think about the ethical implications.
Absolutely. We need to make sure AI is used to empower workers.
Not replace them entirely.
Exactly. And we need to make sure the benefits of AI are shared fairly.
So everyone has the opportunity to thrive in this new world of work.
That's the goal.
Okay, so we need to use AI responsibly.
I think that's the key takeaway.
But what does that actually look like in practice?
Well, that's a big question.
What can we do to make sure AI is a force for good in the workplace?
That's something we'll explore in more detail after a quick break.
Sounds good. I'm eager to hear more. Before the break, we were getting into this whole idea of responsible AI.
Right. Making sure AI is a force for good.
It's like we're building this whole new world, you
Right.
know?
Yeah,
And we want to make sure we're building it the right way.
absolutely. And the article offers some really interesting ideas about how to do that.
Oh, really? Like what?
One of the key things it emphasizes is the need to create a system
Uh-huh.
where AI empowers workers
Okay.
rather than displacing them.
So instead of thinking about robots taking our jobs,
Right.
we should be thinking about how AI can make our jobs better.
Exactly. Make them more fulfilling, maybe even create new opportunities.
Opportunities we haven't even thought of yet.
Exactly. AI can open up whole new avenues for us.
Okay. I like that perspective, but let's be real for a second.
Sure.
There are going to be some jobs that get automated.
That's inevitable with any new technology.
So what happens to those workers?
So the article talks about the importance of reskilling and upskilling
Okay.
to help people adapt to the new job market.
So we need to give people the tools to succeed in this new world.
It's like an investment in our collective future,
I like that analogy.
making sure everyone has the opportunity to participate in the AI economy.
So it's not about leaving people behind
No, it's about bringing everyone along.
and giving them the support they need to thrive.
Exactly. And it's not just about learning new technical skills.
What else is there?
The article also highlights the importance of transferable skills.
Transferable skills.
Things like critical thinking, problem-solving, communication, creativity, collaboration.
The soft skills.
Exactly. Those are the skills that make us uniquely human.
The things robots can't do.
At least not yet.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they won't learn those anytime soon.
I'll have to see about that.
So we need to double down on being human.
I like that.
Focus on the things that make us valuable in a world where machines are getting smarter.
I think that's a really important point.
But it can't just be on individuals to figure all this out, right?
No, it's a collective effort.
Companies, governments, educational institutions.
Everyone needs to play a role.
So what does that look like in practice?
Well, companies need to invest in training programs for their employees.
To help them learn these new skills.
Exactly. And educational institutions need to adapt their curricula.
To meet the demands of the AI-powered workforce.
Right. And policymakers need to create supportive policies.
Policies that encourage innovation, but also protect workers.
It's a balancing act for sure.
So it's like we're all in this together navigating uncharted territory.
Yeah,
And we need to work together to make sure everyone makes it through.
I think that's a great way to put it.
It's a big challenge, but also an exciting one.
Definitely fullest potential.
And the article ends on a hopeful note, right?
It does. It emphasizes that the future of work isn't predetermined.
We still have a say in how it unfolds.
It's something we're creating right now
Yeah.
with the choices we make.
That's a powerful thought. So as we wrap up this deep dive, what's the one key takeaway you want our listeners to remember?
I'd say the AI revolution is here to stay. It's transforming the way we work in profound ways. But the future isn't something that just happens to us. It's something we create by embracing lifelong learning, collaboration, and responsible innovation. We can ensure that AI helps us create a more equitable, fulfilling, and ultimately human future of work.
Beautifully said. And on that note, we'll leave you to ponder those big questions. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the future of work. Until next time, keep learning, keep exploring, and keep shaping the world you want to live in